I don't know about you, Jess, but I feel like it's been forever since we've done this show.
I feel like we're in the wrong seats. Have I always sat on this side?
On the right? Yes, I always sit on the left. It's like I'm driving. I'm the road tripper. I'm the driver in the group, and I always sit on. You can watch the old episodes. I'm always on the left.
It just doesn't feel right. I mean, maybe it's that it's been so long. But
I feel with a lot of sorts too, but not because I'm on this side.
Maybe it's, it feels new and different because it is a little new and different. It's a fresh start. It's a new year. We're here at the big kickoff in the U.S. of Season X with Jess and BJ.
New season, same show.
Yes.
New title, but we always have a new title.
Well, like this season feels so much more impactful than other seasons. Season X.
Well, okay, it's season 10. Like it's an X, but it's the Roman numeral X. It means 10. It should be called season 10.
You mean Season X?
Okay, 10th season, a decade of the World Poker.
That's not nearly as fun to say as like X. We could do gestures
Yes.
and stuff.
Okay, but I mean, it's whatever. Hello. It's kind of like Apple's operating system. Their operating system is OS X. It's actually pronounced OS 10, but it just looks like an X. And, Steve Jobs retired yesterday, and that's just unfortunate.
Only took 90 seconds, and BJ's already making references I have no way of understanding.
Steve Jobs was responsible for this, I'd just like to say. That's pretty cool.
And this moment of celebrating Steve Jobs' retirement was brought to you by BJ Nemeth.
And Apple.
I get Apple is
Pay me
doing
thousands.
new things, new leaf, but we're talking about our new things and our
Okay,
new leaf.
all right,
So
let's get into it.
We got to talk about what we learned over our summer vacation, which includes a lot of things.
And not much vacation.
And yeah, not a lot of vacation, but a lot of new things for Season X.
Season X.
All right. We learned over the summer that we work very well together when we're not working together.
Yes, as long as we aren't forced to interact, we actually interact pretty well. Although there was one thing that we did notice about that.
We work a lot better with an empty chair between us.
Yeah, when we're this close, we just start really getting on each other's nerves and stuff. So maybe we'll do the Jess and something and BJ show, and we'll put, I don't know, like a monkey named Bear between us or something.
Monkeys?
Like BJ and the Bear, Jess and BJ and the Bear.
You brought up arguing, which is a good time to bring up our over-under for the day.
Ah, okay.
Like, we could do something about the poker tournament, but everyone's kind of been wondering, like, how did you get along so well at the World Series?
And will that change the dynamic of the show? Like, is this going to be the happy, fun time with Jess and BJ where it's like, gee, Jess, you're great.
Did you just try to punch me in the face?
It's kind of that little old-timey, like, how you doing? Marsha. Anyway, the bookie set a line. How long would it take? What time would our first argument occur today?
Are we not
beginning of
counting,
season
like,
10?
the 4 or 5 arguments we had planned in the show?
No. It starts after the show.
Oh, okay.
And the
So
bookie set
is-
the line at now. See, so like the bookie,
line?
okay, the bookie he was kind of going with.
Oh, he
before
wasn't
the show.
serious? I would have taken the exacta on that one.
Yeah, well, you'd have been wrong because that didn't count.
Oh,
Okay.
look, we just argued. I win.
No, it's got to be a legit argument, not one of these little jokey
Looking
ones.
15.
The current time, 2:04 p.m. The bookie's giving us
Hours.
5 hours and 11
hours.
minutes.
Oh, man.
The bookie reads way too much into
The
this summer.
bookie has invested a lot of hope in us getting along. I think the bookie just wishful thinking thinks we're going to make life easy on him this year.
All right.
I
so-
am much more of a pessimist, especially when it comes to things involving BJ, so I'm
Nice.
very much taking the under on this one.
So you're saying it'll happen before 7:15?
I think it'll happen about 7 minutes and 15 seconds after this show.
See, now I agree with you. However, by taking the over,
I don't hear that often at all. This might be good after all.
I could, because this isn't something like normally we bet on field size and things like that, things totally out of our
really
control.
Think
But
we're not gonna argue for 5 hours?
what I'm saying is, I think I can win this bet by just not engaging you for 5 hours.
So you're saying I win either way. I either win the over-under, or you're not going to pester me incessantly for 5 hours?
I might have to make a call on that. Right now I'm going to go for the win, but at some point I may decide it's more fun to pester you and just say, yeah, screw it, I'll take the loss.
Well, I would like to just daydream about not having to deal with you for 5 hours. We have some business to take care of.
Yes, we are like way deep into this show, and we haven't even talked about any of the new changes for the World Poker Tour Season 10.
Season X.
Season 10 has a whole...
Season X.
Ah, so we're doing that.
Every time.
Okay. So this season, there
you
are
go.
some new changes. And one of them, I don't know if the camera can see, we'll probably show you more on one of the future days. Way on the other side of the room,
The
there is-
Royal Flush Girls Social Bar.
Yes, the Royal Flush Girls now have a home. And
It
it's a
looks kinda
bar.
Fun. It looks like an old, because it's got the stools. It kind of looks to me like an old like milkshake malt
Monk shape?
milkshake malt shop kind of deal.
Yes.
But it's going to be a place. It's going to be at every stop. The girls are going to be hanging out there. People can talk to them, meet them. They've got TV screens where you can. They have an Xbox, I think, so
A
players
10
can
box.
play Xbox.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're only doing that with some X's.
Very good call. They've got TVs. Players are going to be hanging out there.
What they don't have is alcohol. They do not have milkshakes and things like that. It's not a coffee bar. It's not a
You could bring
oxygen
a drink
bar.
to the bar. It's a BYOB bar.
Yeah, there we go.
And it's going to be at the final table. Like, it's going to be. I haven't seen how it's going to be incorporated into the set just yet, but that's something I'm really looking forward to this week. Seeing, like, people hanging out, watching. It's going to be fun, I think.
Right. We also have 2 new Royal Flush Girls this year.
Yes.
We have 4 returning. We have Melanie, Sunisa, Michelle, and Melissa coming back.
And then we also have the additions of.
2 new girls, Mika and Melissa.
You said Melissa already.
There are now 2 Melissas.
Oh.
And you know how we tell them apart?
How?
They are 2 different people.
I thought we were
You
going
just
to say
you just meet them
one
and
has
know
a
that-
Y in their name and one has an I in their
Yeah,
name.
they spell
but,
their
like,
names
it's a
differently.
valid
They're
point,
both
they're different
Melissa.
people, but yes, there are 2 Melissas. Don't let that confuse you. Don't let all the M names overwhelm you.
Yes, they all have names that start with M, except
Except
for
Sunisa.
Sunisa.
But that's all right. We love her anyways.
Anyways.
We love all the Royal Flush.
Yes, just not because their names start with M's. That's all I'm saying.
That's how I judge people, and one of the reasons why I hate you. All right, we also have live streaming at the final table this year.
Yes, we do. But that doesn't mean that we get to slack off at final tables. We're still doing our hand-for-hand coverage and all of that with the
I
chip
like to
counts,
think
but-
of us, we're going to be the sneak preview for the rest of the action because we'll have the hand-for-hand coverage as soon as the final table starts. Tony Dunst, our Raw Deal guy, will be also our final table commentary guy, doing commentary at a lot of the stops on a delay.
Right.
But there will be hole cards, people coming in and doing co-commentary with him, and it's going to
So
be
this
like
is
the
actually-
full production.
Actually a really big deal, and it'll be on a slight delay because they are showing hole cards, but like about a 30-minute delay. You're going to be able to see every hand with hole cards live, WPT final tables. This is actually a really big deal.
Yeah,
we're not
and-
going to be able to watch because we're going to be busy working, so you'll be able to go back online and say, wait, I want to see the hands I missed or whatever. But this is actually a really big deal. Kind of psyched about it. Yay.
Yay! Another thing to celebrate today was they gave Andy Frankenberger his
Yes.
Season 9 Player of the Year trophy. One thing I learned this summer, Andy's really legit at poker. So this very tournament, he won last year, kind of coming out of nowhere. Then he final tables Festa, he catches at 5 diamonds, he wins Player of the Year, and if that weren't enough, this summer he won a World Series bracelet.
Right.
And now he came and picked up his trophy, which is a revamped Player of the Year trophy that is gorgeous, but not something I would ever want to bench press because it looks very, very, very heavy.
Well, actually, that would make it good for bench pressing. You wouldn't want to bench press something light because it would just be a total waste
You
of
know
time.
me, I'm lazy.
All right. It's a good-looking trophy, and now it's going to be hanging out with Frankenberger for, I guess, the rest of his life. Because that's different than the other
yeah,
trophy.
there's another trophy,
There's another trophy that does not go home with the winners.
but it travels. To
It travels
every
to
single
the
stop
tour.
this season.
The WPT Champions Cup.
Think the Stanley Cup, where it's got plaques all around it listing every WPT winner ever.
And it goes back. They've put plaques on there for
Yeah,
every
all
WPT winner all the way back to season 1. So, you know, Phil Ivey's on there from his event. Doyle Brunson's on there from his event. You can have your name attached to a plaque. The winner here will be the first one added after the fact.
Don't think that winning a WPT title is just having your name on a plaque. You get the bragging rights that we've always had, but there are some new perks to being a WPT champion. You get a commemorative Tiffany coin card protector, and you get entered into the Champions Club, which
Nice.
entitles them to concierge services at events, various perks at the stops that we go to.
Just VIP treatment.
Note to self, we need to befriend the champions more often.
Yes, because we get the Jess and BJ treatment, which is
Which
a
is
little
back
bit
of the
lower.
line, kids.
Yeah, here's your hotel 20
Quiet
miles
down,
away.
you're arguing too loudly.
No, but in addition to that, the Champions Cup travels with the tour to each stop, but the winner of each tour will get a smaller version of the cup. So they do receive a trophy for their own mantle.
And heaps of money. Let's
Well,
not forget
there's
that
always
part.
that. Okay.
All right.
Keeper of the list.
Trophies,
Did we get through all the big changes?
I think we did, right?
Really?
Live streaming, Andy Frankenberger, bars.
Bars, new Royal Flush Girls.
Trophies, more trophies, which brings us to our question of the day.
Okay.
What is your favorite trophy? And I'm going to go first because I have an awesome one.
Because I just want to do whatever I want. Go ahead.
You think you're in the driver's seat, but I'm doing the driving.
Back seat driving. From the side.
My trophy is, of course, going to be involved with USC because anytime we talk athletics, I'm going to talk USC.
Because I have a one-track mind and I have a very limited scope of vision. And I'm Jessica Welman.
Rivalry has a really fun trophy called the Shillelagh. So think the Champions Cup, but instead of a trophy, it's a big stick. And there's like plaques on the stick saying who won what year, and they trade the stick back and forth. And plus, Shillelagh is just a fun word to say. So that's my pick.
Nothing's funner than winning a stick. Wow.
All right, what do you have as your favorite trophy?
There's so many awesome trophies out there. I love the Heisman Trophy. I love that when the running backs are going, and it's deep in the race and they're doing the pose and all that. I love the green jacket. I'm not a golf fan, but the green jacket at Masters is just cool. I like the yellow jersey in the Tour de France.
Pick one?
I like all these things. There's so many awesome things. I'm an Olympics guy. Olympic gold medal. I just love it. And I love that, like, most trophies they kind of win, you never see it again, but the gold medalists, like, they wear their medals around for like the next couple of weeks during the Olympics. They're like celebrities and they get into all the parties and they wear them. Just love them. They're unique at each stop.
And we do think the gold medals are really cool, but the thing I don't like is that they change from Olympics to Olympics. Like the Japanese one, or was it China? They had a big hole in the middle of it. The gold medal with a big hole in it.
That's actually part of what makes it cool. It's cool
half
that
the medal. It's a donut on a
okay,
ribbon.
so you didn't like that one, but it's cool that the Olympic medals are different for each stop. If you won an Olympics in Atlanta, it's different than a gold medal at Nagano, for example, or in London next year. Each city kind of brings their own thing. That's cool.
Stuck with a dud ugly one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won a gold medal, but it's an ugly one.
Does this count as arguing? Do I win the over-under?
No, it's after the show. After
But
the
we're
credits
in the credits. The show's over.
No.